You've probably seen this old trailer in the background on some of the videos over the last few years. Well, I think it's time we get the old thing roadworthy, so let us get busy. I acquired this probably 4 years ago, somewhere in there. The older fella that I got lockjaw from and the station wagon and several other things, he gave me this. Used to be I guess you call it a camper, I don't know. He bought it and scrapped all the metal, and then I don't know if he was planning on making it a trailer or just gonna sell it for scrap, I don't know. But he gave it to me and we're gonna make us a trailer. It ain't gonna be a triple axle, there's no need in that, so one of the axles will be gone. We're gonna shorten it up and, well, we're gonna fix it pretty good. But as you can see, it's got all kind of stuff, dirt and foam insulation, got some metal, and well, we got several trees growing up in it. I got to get all this cleared off and then get it to the house. I ain't gonna video none of this. It's so boring cleanup work. I might be a third of the way done, and I'll tell you what, this is a wee bit more than I bargained for. That's just a ton of crap on top of this thing. You got the whole rusty metal, and then the foam insulation underneath it, then very thin rotten plywood, and then looks like 2 layers of some type of linoleum. And then I just saw these little fellers here. I thought they were snake eggs at first. No, so you can see that little lizard right there, protect them. There's one there. There's one over yonder. I really hate to disturb them, but I ain't got no choice. If I can catch them, relocate them, I'll do that. If not, well, they'll just have to have some babies next year. Well, the older gentleman that I got that trailer from and other things from, we've been smelling gas on his little van here. And I told him as soon as I got the lift open that we'd put it on there and see if we could find the issue. Well, y'all look at here. Let me get under it and I'll show you real quick. Well, it's quit squirting, but there's a hole. Well, you can barely see it right there, maybe. There's squirting right in the middle of the screen. Yes, sir, sure is a hole in the gas tank. Might try to put a screw in it with some RTV around it or some kind of rubber or plastic washer, see if that won't fix it. Let's see if I can get that fixed real quick. Well, I cleaned it up and it looked like it may have been like a small crack. So I just put some JB weld on it. I think it is at least slowed it down, but I believe he's gonna get a new tank. And when he gets that in, I guess we'll probably change it out sometime. All right, I'm back on the trailer. Got his gas tank sort of sealed up. Like I said, he's gonna get one. We'll put it in when he gets it. I got, well, a little more than half of it stripped down. We've got a great big old blackberry bush right here in the way. So I'm gonna go get my 4-wheelie drive. I think my 5th wheel hitch is in storage, so I have to run get it. I think the truck's out of gas, so hopefully I'll make it to the store first. Then we're gonna hook up to this and pull it forward, get away from that blackberry bush. And maybe I can finish ripping all this stuff off. I don't know that I'll get it to the house today. If we don't, there's always tomorrow. I got a whole lot of crap to clean up too, I sure do. I ain't looking forward to it, but it's gotta be done. Let me get this moved forward so I can continue on. That right there's a bad thing about pulling one of these with a short bed. You get a whole lot of room right here. We'll probably cut this off here. Give us just a little more clearance. Maybe I won't end up busting out my back window. I probably will though, knowing MLS. Anyways, got it pulled out of the way. Let me finish cleaning this up. Well, I finally got it stripped down. Everything except for, I believe this is the freshwater tank. The gray and black tanks right over yonder. They were empty. I just picked them up. There's an air, I believe it's full of waters. So I hate to bust a hole in it. We'll drain it and get it out of here some kind of way. Do that tomorrow because it's getting late, getting dark. Ain't got no lights on it. So I'm gonna leave her sitting right here. I tell you what, I like to have busted my back window though on the old hoopty 4-wheel drive. Well, see these ears here? Well, there was the same thing right here. And I come within 1/4 of an inch of hitting that window. So I got the Sawzall out and whacked him off real quick and then drug it on out. I think this center wheel is not spinning. We'll jack it up and pull that off tomorrow. Got to air the tires up. And I think before we head to the house with it tomorrow, I'm gonna cut some off the back of it because it's 31 feet. The lower deck, that's just too much. And it's 8 up there. It's about 39 feet overall. That's just too much. I'll probably go over to my handy dandy assistant's place tomorrow sometime and look and measure his trailers and see about what I want. Then we'll know better where to cut it off. Like I said, right now I'm gonna leave it sitting here because it's getting dark. Ain't got no lights on it. We'll take it there tomorrow. Then tomorrow evening, when we get shade in this area again, I'll have to come back over here and clean all this mess up. And then I tell you, it is an absolute mess. I'm not looking forward to that, but I got to do it. Anyways, I'm gonna head on to the house. I'm gonna unhook it right here, head on to the house. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Tis the next day. Let me tell you, it is a scorcher out here today. Yes, sir. I've been fooling around the house and the shop the first part of the day, and I waited till the hottest part of the day to come to work out here in the direct sunlight. It's 95 degrees. The humidity is about 972,483%. It feels pretty good, sure does. Here's what we're gonna do. Well, I did a lot of research and reading last night and measured a bunch on my handy dandy assistant's trailer. We're gonna make her a 25 footer. So I'm gonna mark 25 feet. We're gonna whack it off, throw the excess up here, strap it down, head to the shop. So let me get her marked off real quick. 25 feet is approximately right here. All right, let me mark that side and then we'll cut both of them. That length looks a little more better. Yes, sir, it sure does. I got to cool off and rest because I'm pretty sure I'm dying from heat exhaustion, heat stroke, anything else related to heat. Once I get me some wooders in me, I forgot we got to jack it up to, I believe it's the middle tire wheel that's stuck. Take that off, we got to pump the tires up. Then we can hook it up to the truck and head on to the shop. I'm gonna try to get this wheel off without jacking it up. Hopefully it'll come off of there. Look at there. Come right off. Ta-da! Ooh. I got a small helm I can knock that on with. Alright, let me clean tools up. Pump these tires up. Throw that up here, strap it down. Oh, we gotta get that tank out. Forgot about that. I'll work on that in a minute. Let me clean tools up. All right, let's pump these here tires up real quick. Then, well, we gotta get this here tank out of here some kind of way. There's lots of wire hanging off. I guess I need to cut all that off too. Then we'll get that excess back there, up here and strap down. And I'm not real sure. I think all the rest of the tires turn. I ain't real sure though. We need to check that out. When we hook it up, we'll roll it back and forth and make sure they all turn. If they do, I reckon we'll head on to the house. Well, I had to come back to the house to get my little pump right here. And on the way here, like I've died. This thing is, well, let me show you real quick. When this tire, left front tire, see how wore it is? There ain't no tread left. When it's wore like that, for whatever reason, it goes to getting a death wobble terribly bad. The last 2 or 3 times I've drove it, it was basically undrivable because it would do it at any speed. The reason why is, see how the tire's laying in? Well, these big old mud tires, their tread is really tall and it rubbed my fenders and up here the bumper real bad. So I raised the front end up with the torsion bars all I could. And then when you do that, you can't get your camber back right. That tire lays in, it wears this funny. When this wears funny, I get death wobble. So the only decent tire I got left, this is one that I took off of this side because it had death wobble. The only one I got left that's decent tread is that over there, I think. I'm gonna swap them hopefully that'll take care of it for now. And then eventually we'll go back to all-terrains, because I don't need these mud tires. The reason I bought them, because they were cheap. I don't need them. We're going back to all-terrains. Tread will be shorter. We can drop the front end and maybe get this front end back aligned. I'm telling you, it's a mess right now, the alignment. Yeah, it's probably towed in, and of course the camber's way out, and yeah. Anyways, let me swap these tires and we'll go back over and see if we can get that tank out of that trailer frame. Tires are swapped. I was letting it down off the jack and noticed that we got lots and lots of transmission fluid on this cross member still. Remember, I changed out my dipstick tube here a while back, thinking that was the leak. Well, I ain't sure now. I never did run it through the car wash, so this could still be some of the old. So let's wipe her off. And then if I check again here in a few days, and I got it on this cross member again, well, then we still got a leak. If not, then it's just excess from when it was leaking. Anyways, let's get back over to the trailer. Well, it's still got some shimmy and shake to it, but the death wobble, it ain't quite as bad, so maybe we can make it over there. No, here it comes. Here comes the death wobble. Yeah, it's smoothed out then. Anyways, we're gonna have to get new tires for this thing and sort the front end out with this. I'm telling you, it's terrible. I put a little Freon in it too. It's blowing somewhat cool. We'll have to put some more in it. It leaks a can or so out every year. Anyway, let's get over here and get hooked up to this trailer and get it home. Well, my pump won't fit in this hole. The end of it right there is just a wee bit too big, so I did the next best thing. Looked under it and saw that and took it off, and well, she's draining just pretty as you please right now. Let me let that drain. We'll get that tank off and head back to the house. You know, this thing is barely gonna fit in the shop. It's 33 foot overall. It leaves me 3 feet because the shop's 36. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to move the weld table and scoot the rack over to the other bay. That's the only thing I know to do. So we'll have to do that as soon as we get back to the house with it. Well, I got the tank out. Here's where it was. There was some plywood on the bottom. Got that off, and then we got some more tin, and it's got a angle iron frame that's bolted in. I'm trying to get it out of the way so I can get this tin gone. Once I do that, we'll hook her up, head to the house. Well, as you can see, the evidence of this trail dug out in the gravel, both of these are locked up. Sure are. So I reckon we'll be jacking it up, see if we can't break them loose. I'm sure it's the brakes have swelled up and, you know, won't let go. So let me whoop on these a little while, see if we can't get them broke loose. That's tapered, and that pipe wrench don't really want to grab hold of it. Ooh. I don't believe we're gonna come loose. Ooh. No. No siree. No, sir. Them right there ain't coming loose. I'm gonna probably have to bust the drum, imagine. This is what happens when you're hot and you get a little frustrated with some brakes that are stuck. I'm just about to die. My shirt is soaking wet. It's just pouring off of me. Good grief, it's too hot. You just take a great big old sludge hammer, whoop the devil out of that drum until it breaks. Then you can put your wheel back on and going down the road. I'm hoping, you know, I got the middle one. We'll take that wheel off, got that one off, and I believe we can get home like that. Well, I got the wheel back on. It looks like it's gonna be okay. Both of them are up off the ground. Mama has fixed supper. As soon as I cool off a little bit, I'm gonna eat. And I'll tell you, as soon as I eat, I'll be done. Yes, sir, I'll be done for the day. We'll get this home. I'll probably just park it outside from the shop and we'll deal with it tomorrow. Well, she drags, trying to get it up in the shop, so that's good. I don't know what we're going to do there. And, you know, if I ever had a car on it, well, it's going to be even lower and drag even more. I don't know what we're going to do. I really don't have enough room to be maneuvering a trailer this size through here. Basically, the whole trailer was in the ditch when I turned in up there. Don't know what I'm going to do about that, I guess. Well, I don't know. I'll just have to figure something out, because I got to have a trailer to go get some of this junk that I buy. I'm just wondering if maybe I need to shorten it up a little bit more. I don't know. I'll think about it, and we'll figure it out tomorrow sometime. I was up here at the road looking to see what I could do. I believe what I'm probably going to end up doing in the end is cutting these 2 cedar trees down, put me a culvert in, I don't know, 10 or 12 more feet that way. That way, well, I won't be running off in the ditch with the trailer loaded. That's probably what I'm going to have to do, but for now, I ain't going to worry about it. We got to get this trailer built before I worry about stuff like that. Anyways, it's hot. I'm getting out of this heat, going in the house, cool off. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Well, here's the deal with the pool. It's the beatingest thing I've ever seen in my life. When I got up today, it was sucking air. I could hear it over there at the skimmer. And I was like, there's no way it has evaporated that much water overnight, because I filled it up the night before. Went ahead and put some water in it. I measured it. And 8 hours later, it's lost 1/2 inch. I can't afford that water bill, so probably fix and shut her down. This is what it did to me last year. If we own it, we're gonna get a liner next year, or I'll fill it in. I ain't fooling with it no more. Till the next day again, and here's the deal. The last 12 to 24 hours, it ain't been kind to me at all, no sir. MLS has hit me hard. Well, you know, Power Tour, I thought it was kind of odd that we didn't have much trouble. MLS sort of stayed away. Well, it's hitting me now. Oh yeah, it's making up for it. Yesterday when I was working on this trailer, I noticed that the axles had a little aluminum tag wrapped around them. Well, I pulled them off and cleaned them up last night, and it tells me that these axles are rated for 4,000 pounds each. So if I take away one axle like I talked about, we would have an 8,000 pound trailer. You can go buy a 16-foot tandem axle and they're rated for 7,000. So we ain't gonna have much if I do that. If I leave it triple axle, which I'm not crazy about, we're still only at 12,000. I can buy 7,000 pound axles and put under here. They're not all that much money. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Well, I looked up last night, trailers made out of 6-inch channel. They're tandem, most of them are tandem, 7,000 pound axles, they're rated for 14,000 pounds. And that's, you know, more along the lines of what I wanted. I'm not trying to haul tanks or bulldozers with this trailer, but that truck right there weighs over 5,000 pounds. I'd like to be able to at least haul something like that. And if we are only rated at 8,000 pounds, we're going to be pushing it, because this trailer will probably weigh 3,000 plus once I get done with it. I got another option I can do if I decide not to fool with this trailer. I'm gonna go look at it here in a minute, and well, I'll take y'all along with me and we'll just look at it. And, I gotta make up my mind on that. But wait, there is more. Let me walk around here and show you. In the last 24 hours, I've lost 11¼ inches of water in this pool. That is a massive leak. It's most likely that big old hole here in the corner. I'm done with this pool. We did this exact same thing to me last year. Started trying to get it opened up. 3 or 4 days later, we started losing a bunch of water. Phooey on this pool. I should have took that $500 that I spent in chlorine and salt. If I'd have put it in this grill and lit it on fire, it'd been the same thing. Yep. I ain't touching this pool again till I get a new liner. Phooey on it. I doubt that'll be this year, cause here's the deal. You know, trying to get a sponsor for a mini split. Well, it's been 9 or 10 days. I ain't heard a word from them. And I understand they're a big company. They're busy. They probably got a lot of people trying to get sponsored for air conditioner. But 9 or 10 days, I think they should have been able to at least email me and say, hey, we're considering you. No, we're not. Well, I emailed them last night. And, well, I messaged them on Facebook. And I said, how long does it normally take, you know, for y'all to decide if you're going to sponsor somebody? And she told me we're having a high volume right now. Summer's starting, people, want to get sponsored. And she said, if we choose you, we will let you know. Well, that's pretty crappy that you'll only let me know if you choose me. So I'm just left guessing if I never hear from you. So fool on that, fool on them. I won't even buy their unit now. Today's goal, after we go look at this other trailer I told you about, is to find a mini split and get it hooked up. That's probably gonna be the rest of this video, because yesterday when I was in here working on the old 4-wheel drive swapping the tires, it was 88, 89 degrees and they're unbearable. I'm not doing that this summer. I just can't. I cannot handle the heat anymore. So let's go find us a mini split, and hopefully we can get it hooked up the next day or two. Well, here is the other trailer I told you all about. Let me tell you, this is a hoss of a trailer. That's a 2-foot I-beam right there. Goodness gracious. I ain't got nothing that would haul just a trailer, much less anything on it. Now, I was planning on cutting it down to probably 25 foot or so, but this is massive. This is too much for me. It sure is. Even this upper deck right here, that's way too much for me. It'd be a nice trailer to have. You get it cheap for scrap price possibly. So yeah, it wouldn't be a bad trailer to have, but I don't need nothing like this. This is insane. It's got air brakes, and yeah, this would be a wee bit too much for me. Here's the deal with the trailer and the mini split and, well, pretty much everything. Yesterday, well, let's talk about the mini split. Yesterday, I searched and searched, tried to find a 36,000 BTU, a 3-ton. Nobody in this town carries one. And I can order you one. Well, I can order it myself, buddy. Well, I did find one on Facebook Marketplace, and it's a no-name that I've never heard of. I'm kind of scared to buy it. So I think I have settled on a Pioneer brand at Home Depot. I may go ahead and buy it tonight. I don't know. I made up my mind. I'm doing a little more research on it. It's a 3-ton. How much was it? Like $2,000, $2,100. I think it gets really good reviews. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. We'll probably put it right up there where my little temperature checker thingamabob is. Yeah, that's where I'll put it. And then eventually we're gonna buy another one. I'll probably put it over here on this wall right here. But in the meantime, we're gonna run this one over here and the one I buy. Hopefully I can get it within a week and we'll get that put up. You might have also noticed that everything's over here now. The lift, weld table, welders, all that. Well, I told you all that, what is that out there, a trailer. It's dang near as long as my shop. It's right at 33 feet, I think is what I said. So I had to move the weld table and all that. It's gonna be pushed up against this wall, and we'll have a little bit of room down yonder. That's why everything's over here. What I'm doing right now is, well, I got to thinking today, told y'all I need to insulate these doors. Well, here's some of that double bubble that's left over from the ceiling. And I think I got enough to do both. I know I got enough to do one, possibly both. We're gonna do at least one right now, tonight. But before I do that, you might see these 2 coils of cable. The old gentleman that gave me the trailer, lockjaw, station wagon, that dang old Dodge, and other stuff. Well, he gave me that too. And, well, you remember my cord going to this air conditioner? It was just barely long enough. Well, I can't have it stretched across the middle of this shop right in the way. So he gave me this stuff. And I think it's long enough where I can go behind stuff and come over here and be out of the way, not drop stuff on it, cut it, and electrocute myself and die. That's the goal. But I got to put ends in. I went to Lowe's. I'll tell you what, I got a story about Lowe's I could tell you, but I won't bore you with that. Anyways, went to Lowe's and got all the right ends for that cord. I'm going to make that up so we can run some air, because I'm getting a little warm. It's showing it ain't but 70. I don't believe that. I believe that's lying. What does this in here say? 74. That's more like it, but still, I'm about to burn up. Anyways, let me make this cord up, get that unit running. Then what we're gonna do here, I gotta clean this off. It's really dusty and dirty. Spray glue, put that up there. That's 6 foot wide, so it should just be 2 pieces to do the whole door. And then we can try to get that trailer in here. That may wait till tomorrow, I don't know. But anyway, let's get this door insulated firstly. I got the male end changed out. Let's change it out to the female end. And it's a 4-wire cable, using red and black for hot and then the white and green for ground. Well, apparently the screw on this ground lug must have stripped out the threads. So they got it soldered to it. So that's good. Yep. Anyways, it was taped up to the cover was all busted up. Anyway, let me get this cut loose and get this changed out. This is my welder cord. Remember me telling you last week, it was plugged in over there, that I have to really mash it together for it to make contact. Well, here's why. See how you got two ears sticking up here? Well, this one here has been folded over. So let me fold that back over, mash them together a little bit, and that should fix that. All right, that looks a little more better. We got two prongs standing up there. Now, the blade, supposed to slip in between them. Let me put this back together. I reckon I'll start cleaning this door. Here's the other cable he gave me. I was just looking at it. It's only a 2-conductor cable. It's pretty big wire. I think it's number 8. I'm thinking welder plug. Go up the wall, across the ceiling, back down over here somewhere. But we'd have to run a ground wire with it, which that ain't no big deal. But whilst I was cutting the end of it off, well, I tried to literally cut the tip of my middle finger off. It's just, yeah, it's about half sliced in two. So I gotta go get me some Band-Aids, because I'm bleeding everywhere. When I get back from there, we'll work on this door. First thing I'm gonna do is really dusty. I'm gonna take my broom and dust it. Then I'm gonna take a rag with some, probably ammonia, because that's all I got, and wipe it down real good, because I'm using Super 77, I think it is, adhesive spray. Anyway, let me get this clean. Wish I had a step ladder too. Okay, that's not doing anything, so I ain't gonna waste my time with that. We'll just go right to wiping it. I'm gonna, let's see what this will do right here. Yeah, that'll work there. I'll wipe the dust off, and then I don't have a whole lot of ammonia left, but that's what I'm gonna use to clean it so the sticky stuff will stick. All right, I get to do that again, except for with ammonia this time. Well, the door has been wiped down, then it's been washed with ammonia. It looks pretty too. Oh yeah, it sure does. Letting it dry, hopefully it'll dry pretty soon. I got this here laid out on the floor, fixing to cut a piece. I just barely got enough to go from top to bottom. That there will probably be about the same, so we'll have to buy some more for that door over there. I ain't worried about that right now. What I'm worried about right now, getting this cut, getting it sprayed with glue, get that door sprayed with glue, then the fun part begins of me trying to get this on that door by myself. Let us cut this spoilus bacchus insulationus. All right, let me get the spray glue out. Oh my knee, oh my knee. Let the spraying begin. Oh my knee. I must hurry because it's already tacking up on the door. All right, everything is sprayed. It's tacky, but it ain't dry, so that's good. Now, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but you gotta get that up there some kind of way. Here comes the fun part. Well, there's half of it anyways. That went pretty well. It went amazingly well compared to what I had envisioned in my head. That stuff just getting all twisted and stuck to itself. Yeah, went pretty doggone good. I'm gonna take me a little break, give me some water, and then we'll tackle this side over here. I am ready for the second half. I got that sprayed. Just got done spraying this. I'm gonna let it tack up just a little bit longer. I'm gonna do it a little bit different this time. I got my ladder extended on up, resting on that. I'm hoping I can just bring it in here between the ladder and the door, come on straight on up. Maybe they'll do better. Maybe they'll do worse. I don't know. We're gonna find out. All right, here we go. Let's see how this does. Come on now. Are we sticking to that? I have to cut that off a little bit, I guess. Well, I got that piece up, but it's a little long. If I can get it stuck in this channel behind here, that's what I'm gonna do. If not, I'm gonna take my knife and just cut her off. It's gonna be hard to do because it's sticky. So, well, let's see. I might can get it in there. Oh yeah, I think I can make that work. Well, there's one door done. It don't look too bad. It's a little dirty. When it matches the rest of the shop, it'll be all right. I think tonight, as soon as I go in the house, I'm gonna get the brushes. Well, they go on the outside, and that'll stop airflow from coming in right here. Speaking of brushes, you know, last winter, I put them brushes across there to block airflow. Well, one of y'all informed me that they go on the outside, and I knew that. I guess it was so cold outside, I didn't want to be out there. So I put them on the inside instead. That's why we couldn't make them fit. It had gaps at the end. So I might take them down and move it to the outside. I don't know. But as soon as I get in the house, I'm going to order brushes for the sides for both doors. We'll put them on as soon as they get here. Hopefully, this right here is going to stop some of the heat. These doors don't get that hot anyway. They get to about 95 degrees. The only time the sun is directly shining on them is in the evening. That great big old oak tree shades the front of the building most of the afternoon. Late in the evening, you'll have some sun shining right on them, but they do get to about 95 degrees, so we'll see what the temperature difference is tomorrow. We'll do that door sometime, maybe next week. I got to get some more of this double bubble. It takes a little more than 2 cans to do a 12 by 12 door. So I'll have to get a couple more cans of the spray adhesive, but maybe this will help us out a little bit on cooling this. Speaking of this, last night's video was the house at home where I hooked this unit up and getting some comments and suggestions and whatnot. Well, let's go through some of that. I'll try to explain to you. Firstly, the most important thing, a 3-ton unit will never cool this volume, never. I know some of y'all are throwing out the figure that a 3-ton will cool 1,250 to 1,500 square feet. That may be true. With a 1,500 square feet, I question that. It'd have to be a really, really well insulated house. But that is for a house. My house is 1,250 square feet. I got a 3-ton unit on it. When it's really hot, it actually does not cool. It'll get to 77, 78 during the hottest part of the day. But it has 8-foot ceilings. Up there, 14.5 feet up there is 21 feet. I've got over double the volume of a regular house. That's 1,200. This is, I think, 1,300 square feet. But the volume is more than double my house. A 3-ton unit will never, ever cool this. Some of you are suggesting putting my return way up here. Well, maybe you missed the part where I laid that fan down and blew up. That blew the hot air down here for the unit to suck in. All that did was make everything hot. You know, before I had, 3 foot, 4 foot of cool. Well, when I did that, it just made everything hot. I had no cool at all. It's because that unit will not cool this volume. We've got to have 5, I can't hardly talk. We've got to have 5, maybe 6 ton of cooling. That's why I want to get at least a 3-ton mini split. Put it right there, and we'll run that one with it. Eventually, we'll get another 3-ton, put it over there, and it should cool this. I guess that spray adhesive has done something to my throat. So I'm going to go in the house and get me something to drink and eat. And, well, it's like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. I wanted to work late at night because it's been so hot. I have dilly-dallied way too much, though, I'll tell you that. We can't dilly-dally no more. We got to get busy on that trailer. So I think tomorrow we will work. We'll work in the evening and night again. Be a little cooler. So I'll see y'all tomorrow afternoon. We'll get that trailer in here. We'll go to do some backyard butchery. Tuesday next afternoon, it's about 2:30. We got some sun shining on our doors. What we got? 94. What's up top? 96-ish. What we got on our bare metal door? We has 100. Well, it's cooler up there. That's odd. So what was it over here? 94. So we did all that work for a 6-degree difference. I feel like I wasted 4 hours of my life last night. Sure do. Well, I took a temperature reading up here a minute ago, and it was about a 30-degree difference. 35. That's 108 basically, and that's 130. Well, it's done changed. It was 110 and 145. I don't understand how there can be such a temperature difference there, but not here. Maybe I guess the door itself ain't that hot. But anyways, we will insulate that door just to make it match this one. I mean, it's helping a little bit. Anyway, we almost got shade out here. I got a bunch of 2x6 boards we're gonna lay down and roll the trailer over it so it don't drag, and we can get in here. I gotta do a little run around town firstly. When I get back from that, we'll try to get that trailer in here. Sometimes they call me Sanford and Son. That's a load of junk right there. That come off the trailer. We're gonna haul it over here in the woods, dump it in a scrap pile. Well, I may or may not have had a minor mishap. Let me throw that back up in there. Maybe we can make it to the junk pile. Well, I got the metal hauled off. I didn't have no more incidents, thankfully. Now I'm cleaning up this stuff here. Most of this will burn, so I'm putting it on the burn pile out yonder. I'm gonna keep this, we call that styrofoam, put it in the barn. You never know. Probably bundle this wire up, keep it too. Anyways, I got about half of it done. That pile, I gotta get some over yonder. And then I think I'm gonna go to the house and get in the air conditioner for a little while. And then we'll try to get that trailer in the garage shop. Go working on it a little bit maybe. Well, I know it's hard to see, but I got everything cleaned up except for that's the 3 tanks. I got one pile of garbage there I gotta throw in the back of the truck. Oh, that everything's cleaned up. I said Fooey on his foam. I ain't got nowhere to put it. And Fooey, I'm gonna put it on the burn pile and burn it. As soon as I dump that, I'm going to the house. I gotta rest a little bit because I am just, whew, man, it's so hot and humid. I'm fixing to mow and I'm walking around the yard picking up various objects out of the way. Come down here to where all my storm drains empty out. And y'all look here, it ain't rained in several days. See that water coming out of them pipes right there? I guarantee you that's the water that's coming out of my pool. Yep. Well, let me just show you the pool. Show you how low the water level is. Oh yeah, I might have a foot of water left in the shallow end. It's pitiful. I can't hardly see because it's so bright out here, but we'll try to zoom in. That's the patches I was talking about. Where is it at? Right there, yeah. There's the patches I was telling y'all about in the corner. Big old patches, see how they're pulled away. Most likely that's where it's leaking. What I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna let it keep on leaking, and if it stops in that vicinity, then that's where the leak is. If it keeps on leaking, it's up down here. Yeah, and I know I sound crazy because this thing's been so much trouble. If I could find a piece of liner, I would glue it, a big piece, glue it all in that corner there where that wouldn't pull apart like that. I would fill it back up with waters. I would just have to see. Anyways, I gotta mow the yard. I just got over here to Mama's gonna mow her yard. Look who showed up. Oh, Miss Daisy. Say hello, everybody. How you been doing? She's trying to steal my cookie. You can't have my cookie, girl. Look up here. You can't have my cookie. All right, we'll see you later. Well, I'm over at Mama's mowing, and well, I thought I was gonna weed eat. I'm still trying to catch up on chores this week too. The little weed eater, it won't start. I don't know what it is with me and small engines, but the last few years, we don't get along. Can't get no spark. I'm gonna try not to smash this one with a big old Hummer, but don't be surprised if the next clip you see this thing in pieces. Yep, I'm tired of fooling with it. Well, I moved the operation to the shop, and look here, I got spark now. I don't know if it'll pick it up or not. It ain't picking it up. Well, I've lost spark is why. Oh, there it goes. Anyways, I got spark. Y'all can't see it because the camera can't pick it up. I'm gonna put this back together, start it up. I got maybe 15 minutes of daylight left. I'm gonna try to go to Mama's and weed eat because mine don't really need it. When we get back, fellas, I don't know if we're gonna do anything. I've done nothing this week on this trailer. I'm still trying to catch up on stuff that I've put off for the last 2 months, and it's just so hot when I get done. I'm wore out. Anyways, we may try to get it in here tonight. I may wait till Monday. I'll let y'all know. Well, I put it together, and it won't hit a lick at nothing. Took the plug back out. Ain't got no spark. I don't know if I told y'all I cleaned the points a few minutes ago when it started getting spark. Well, I ain't getting spark now. I'm gonna fool with this for another 10 or 15 minutes, and it's gonna be right out yonder with that leaf blower. I ain't gonna fool with it. I ain't got patience. It's too hot, and I'm getting hungry, and well, its life may be short if I can't figure out what's going on with it. Well, I broke out the capacitor tester. Some of y'all have seen that before. Fellas, you never know what you're gonna see on this channel. I just never know what's gonna pop up. Anyways, I'm checking this capacitor, and well, you put it over here on paper mica, and then you start putting voltage to it. Watch the little green eye right there. When it goes to closing or stays closed, well, that's the max voltage that it can handle. Watch it close. I ain't even to 10 volts yet, and she shut down. So pretty sure we got a bad capacitor, and I just I just might happen to have one out here laying in the gravel. There's a certain leaf blower right over yonder that I beat the devil out of the other day. Let me get it and see if we can make that capacitor work on this motor here. Well, I tore the old leaf blower apart, and it did not have capacitor. It's got electronic ignition, so that ain't gonna work. I'll have to order one for this. If they got electronic ignition for this, I'll get that. There's my number. I'll have to look that up here in a little while. So I won't be able to weed eat till I get parts for that, or I end up demolishing it with that big old Hummer right there. I hope I don't do that, because that's been a pretty good weed eater. Anyways, I got a dude backed in here because 3 or 4 weeks ago, a feller that watches the videos emailed me. He said, I got a bunch of small block Chevrolet parts. I'll throw them away. If you want them, you can have them. Well, I met him this afternoon, him and his wife. I forget your name. I don't know if you even told me, but on the email it says Jamie. I don't know if that's your name or your wife's name, but either way, I do appreciate it. It was good to meet both of y'all. He gave me a set of heads. I think he said 307. They're small valve, small heads. We got us an Earl pan, a couple of time and chain covers. This and here's aluminum. Sure is. What does that say? Manufactured by Procomp Australia. He gave me that little saw right there, and then this is a 305 block. Pistons, rods, crank saws in it. There's another oil pan for us. If I'm not mistaken, don't a 305 have the same crank as a 350? I believe it does. Then this little case right here, it's full of stuff. Let me unload this stuff, then we'll pull this out and go through it. All right, got everything unloaded except for this box right here. We got 3 carburetor devices. They're all Quadrajet. That's a fuel pump gasket. What's in this box here? Well, it's some little gasket stuff. What does it say on it? It just says that. Oh, that's an oil pump. Okay. What else we got? Another Quadrajet. Come out of there. Got us a clutch fan. We got comp cams brake in Earl. We'll put that over there and use that next time we need to break in the cam. I have 2 valve covers. What did these come on? Was it 305s? Possibly 350s like in the 80s? I want to say so. What we got here? A broken tail light, headlight, I don't know. That goes in the trash. I don't know what that fits. Got us some pulleys. Got us a master cylinder ABS brake module. I don't even know what that fits. Squirrel cage fan. Probably keep that. Wonder what it fits. I can probably look that number up. An old water pump, long. Is that a long pump? Yeah, I think so. That's window gasket or something. Windshield gasket or door gasket. I'm gonna say door because it's pretty large. I wonder what that fits. I don't know. Got us a flex plate. Some belts. We got pulleys, motor mount, brackets, another pulley, another time and chain cover. What is this right here? Ashtray out of something. Various wires. Oh, there's another time and chain cover. What's this feller here? That's a chrome alternator bracket. Several motor mount brackets. Various bolts. Anyways, we'll be able to use some of this stuff. Oh yeah. 3 carbs, that's awesome. Flex plate, pulleys. Yeah, you're always looking for pulleys. Anyways, appreciate that. Whatever your name is, sorry, but I'm terrible with names. Glad to meet you and your wife. I got some more stuff right over here that's been hanging around here for a couple of months. Been so busy, you know, working on Dude in the 40, trying to get them ready for Power Tour. I just sort of kept overlooking them. Let me get that stuff out and we'll go through it and show you what everybody else has sent me. All right, here are some more items y'all have sent me over the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 months. I've been so busy, I just forgot about them. But the feller that sent me all them other funny bent up wrenches, well, he sent me one I use on a Chevrolet, small block Chevrolet distributor. You know, all those were halves, some of them were 7/16. I think Dodge and Ford use half, Chevrolet use 9/16. So now I got one for a Chevrolet. He also sent me that wrench there. Steven from Oyster Bay, New York. Appreciate that, Steven. I got another Quadrajet right here. The box, I ain't gonna show y'all the address because he might not want you to know, but it came from Jason, Walnut Port, Pennsylvania. Appreciate that a bunch. I hope you're the one that sent me. Like I said, I got these 2 or 3 months ago and I made them switch boxes and whatnot. But anyways, appreciate that. I can always use carburetors. Oh yeah. Then I got me a quick little note. This feller here sent me another distributor wrench and a pair of these needle nose. I had 2 pair of these. I lost one and the other one, well, I ain't real sure where it is either. It may be in my big red toolbox over there. But the quick little note, I ain't gonna read it, but maybe he tells who he is. Yes, Chris, your fellow Tennessean. Well, where are you from? Let's just see. You are from Columbia, Tennessee. That is Muletown, the Muletown Dino guy, you know, that did dude in the 40. That's where he's from, Columbia, Tennessee. Oh, yeah. Last but not least, I got me some elderberry jelly. I tasted this. It's different. I will give you that. It is different. This is from Alan and Joy. Well, this has a date on it, 5/05/24. So almost 2 months ago. Where are you from? You're from Grove City. Is that Ohio? I think so. Anyways, appreciate that. I'm gonna try that on some biscuits. I think I'm gonna make me some fried eggs tonight. I might try a little bit of that. Anyways, appreciate y'all sending me all this stuff. Sometimes I forget, but I usually put my P.O. box address in the description below the video. Check that out. If you got something you want to send me, well, send it on down. It's like probably 11 o'clock right now. I fooled with that stupid thing for way too long. I'm going to get dude out of here. Well, I don't know. I might leave him in here for the night. But I'm done for the night. I don't know. Fellers, we'll get to work on this trailer eventually. I don't know. Well, that's just how things go around here. You never know what's going to happen. Anyways, I'm going in the house. I'm going to eat me something. Tomorrow ain't doing nothing because Sunday's day of rest is what I plan on doing. See y'all Monday. Maybe we'll get to work on that trailer. Well, I'm around behind the shop this morning. Gonna get me a bunch of them 2B6s. I'll show you why in just a minute. I was looking at my plum tree and there's a bunch of fruit done fell off of it. Several. I need to get in there and get them. Bust them pits open, get the seeds out, stratify them, and then put them in a pot here in a few months. Anyways, let's get these around there and I'll show you what I'm gonna use them for. Here's why I needed them 2B6s. I'm dragging, trying to get that trailer in. So this has got it elevated. Hopefully, once we get back in this area, it'll be high enough and to go on in. Had to strap this axle up because it was dragging my 2B6s. Hopefully this will go in here. If not, I may be working on it outside. Anyways, let's get in the truck and see how close I am to my garage there. Yep, gonna be fun. Anyways, let's see if we can get it in here. There will be an apparatus made that will let me use my impact to do this right here. So this takes entirely too long. Finally got it in the shop. Yes, for sure did. Let me tell you, I ain't got much room. I got maybe 4 inches there and 1.5 feet, 2 feet down there. She's barely fits in the shop. But it is in here, thankfully. I think I left y'all off with telling you the axles were rated for 4,000 pounds. Well, I did a lot of research and reading on trailers, and one thing I can tell you for sure is the way they rate trailer parts, well, it's just weird. Anyways, long roundabout way, I come to do this. I drilled a hole in this axle right here. Let me pull this little plug out. I put that in there to keep rain and whatnot from getting in there. But I drilled a hole in it, and the reason I did that, because I wanted to measure the thickness. During my research on trailer axles, I about tripped right there. Anyways, during my research on trailer axles, I looked up 7,000 pound axles. I looked up 6,000, 5,200. I wanted to know what size tubing was 3 inch. Well, it can be 5,200, it can be 6,000, it can be 7,000, depending on the thickness of the metal. Well, that's when I drilled that hole and said, let's just see how thick it is. It is 3/16 thick, meaning It could be 5,200 or it could be 6,000. And well, I thought, well, I'd like to narrow that down a little more. So I got out here on one of them over there. That ain't got a wheel. The brake drum, I thought, well, let's look at the drum and brake size and hub size and bearing size and all that. And maybe we can see what that is. Well, that over there has Dexter, I believe it was 8-201 on the face of the drum. So I looked that number up, and it says those drums will fit 5,200 or 6,000 pound axle. I'm gonna say we got 6,000 pound axles. That's what I'm going with. Why they're rated at 4,000, don't really know unless it's got something to do with this trailer, and I don't know. Maybe the springs, they may be something we have trouble with. They may not be heavy enough. But anyways, I'm gonna say they're 6,000 pound axles. I'm gonna take one of them away, so we'll have a 12,000 pound trailer. That's a lot better than the, what was it, 8,000 I thought we was gonna have? Oh yeah, much better. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep these axles under it. Like I said, we may have to put heavier springs. I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. Now, here is everything I wanna do to this trailer. First thing we're gonna do, it's gonna be a deck over. If you don't know what a deck over is, that means the deck is over the tire. The trailer, full width, usable part of the trailer will be out here. It'll be above the tire. The deck is over the tire. The way we're going to accomplish that is do an axle flip like you do on a square body in the rear end. If you want to lower it, they'll put the axle over the spring. Well, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to put the axle under the spring. That'll lift us up probably 5 or 6 inches. I think that'll be plenty. If not, we can put some blocks under it, bring it up more. Then I wanted a dovetail. I'm not sure how long the dovetail is going to be, probably right in this area here. Then, well, since it's going to be a deck over, we got to extend our metal out here. And, well, I got a bunch of channel iron over there I bought. Let me tell you, when he gave me the price on the channel iron, I had a heart attack. They had to call the ambulance, had to use a defibrillator on me. Yeah, that was very expensive metal, but I got to have it if I want a trailer. Up here on the front, this is kind of flimsy looking to me. It is rectangular tubing, but it sounds like it's kind of thin. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna gusset this up. I'm gonna put me some kind of brace here on either side. I'm gonna put me some kind of X brace in here out of some good thick metal. That should stiffen that up quite a bit. We may put something down in here somewhere. I don't know. I'm gonna copy my handy dandy assistance Deckover trailer. It's a heavy sucker. And I'm gonna build this and pretty much just like it is. That is the plan anyway. Of course, we'll have to have new tires. Probably repack the bearings and all that. Got to have new brakes. I'm hoping all the drums, I can remove them because they are not cheap. The brake assembly itself, they were like $70 a piece for the whole assembly. That's not bad. But the drums they're pretty expensive. So I'm hoping they'll come off without me having to bust any more of them. We're gonna have to remove one axle. When we do that, we got to move this mounting point on up here a little bit because you won't need this little, whatever you call it, tying them two together. So we'll have to move that like this right up here. See how it is? Other than that, we got to put wood down. I really don't like this being this wide. There's no need in it. I don't know if I'm gonna rearrange that or not. Probably won't right now, but in the future we might. If we did nothing else but like cut it right in the middle and angled it toward that over there. Mainly because, I don't want to hit my window. That might be on down the road. But right now we got to get this thing going because, like I said, I got 8 or 9 cars to go get. And yeah, we got to get them home. Well, this video is about at the 1 hour mark now. That's about how long I like my videos. So I think we're going to wrap her up right here. I know this video has just been all over the place. I apologize for that, but like I told y'all, sometimes life just gets in the way. You got to do that stuff or you can do other stuff. That's what the last week or so has been. Hopefully we get this thing done. Probably not next week because there's a lot of stuff to do. Hopefully within 2 weeks we'll have it done. Then we can get these old cars drug home, go to working on them. Anyways, appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you don't mind, hit that like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends. And until next time, go do something. Blur, blur.